Սիրելի հայրենակիցներ, ես իմ նախորդ հանդիպումներում, ելույթներում բազմիցս նշել եմ, որ
Dear compatriots, during my previous meetings and in my previous speeches, I have stated several times that we are in a crucial, decisive, epoch-making and very important period. And the coming weeks and months are going to be very, very important for the whole post-Soviet region. Yes, today, Ukraine is the pioneer or frontman in this struggle, which is a struggle for decolonization, a struggle to break free from Russian dominance and the Russian boot. Thank God the West is finally well aware of the fact that after the collapse of the USSR, nevertheless, all post-Soviet countries remained under Russia's dominance, and we can de facto say that the USSR still exists. I always like to express and affirm the idea that the so-called Commonwealth of Independent States, the so-called Eurasian Economic Union, and the so-called Collective Security Treaty Organization represented the reincarnation and rebranding of the USSR, and that now is the time when the West is fully determined to deprive Russia of all the zones of influence and end the de facto collapse of the USSR by granting real autonomy and independence to those post-Soviet countries. Consequently, the future of Armenia will also depend on the resistance between Ukraine and Russia, or the resistance between the West and Russia. The resistance is currently in an open phase that won't last long, since there will be a solution soon. And I strongly believe that the solution will lead to the overthrow of Putin's regime. Russia itself will be relieved of Putin's regime and Putin's dictatorship. There will be chaotic revolutionary developments in Russia. The country will plunge into a chaos of serious political and economic issues.
Երկիրը մխրճվելու է քաղաքական, տնտեսական լուրջ խնդիրների քաոսի մեջ.
You probably know about the developments unfolding in Chechnya, where Chechen dissident bloggers are speaking against Kadyrov. And Kadyrov and his officials were compelled to display bravado, threatening to behead those bloggers, one of whom had to leave the territory of the Russian Federation in spite of the fact that he used to be a federal judge. There were threats against his family, and for this reason, Kadyrov had to rush to the Kremlin to meet with Putin.
Ռուսաստանի տարածքը նախկինում դաշնային դատավոր լինելով հանդերձ նրա ընտանիքի հանդեպ սպառնալիքներ հնչեցին, այդ պատճառով Կադիրովը ստիպված էր շտապ մեկնել Կրեմլ հանդիպել Պուտինի հետ, եւ վերլուծաբանների կարծիքով սա արդեն նշանակում է, որ Պուտինյան այդ վերտիկալը կամ ուղղահայաց այդ պիրամիդան
According to analysts, this means that the vertical pyramid of Putin's power is starting to crack and collapse, and Russia will plunge into a deep crisis in the near future. This is also important for our compatriots living in Russia, and on this occasion, once again, I would like to urge them to consider leaving Russia as soon as possible, because their lives may be in danger, and because, I repeat, the deep political and economic crisis in Russia may lead to political chaos in the country and even bloodshed.
Տնտեսական կարող է հանգեցնել ներքաղաքական քաոսի եւ կարող է նույնիսկ արյուն թափվել.
Բաժանորդագրվեք ազգային ժողովրդավարական բևեռի YouTube-յան ալիքին.